I'm Tina Palacios from Infinity Ward, and this is my interview with ChampChong. That's a loaded question because there's a lot in Call of Duty Ghosts multiplayer. I know people try to ask us about it at E3, but we didn't want to give away too much because there's so much detail here. But the two key pillars about our game right now are customization. So that means everything from tailoring the way your character looks in-game, the way they play with their perks. We updated the perk system so it's not isolated to different categories. You can pick whatever you want, you just have allotted points to spend. You can give up your secondary and your equipment to get more points to spend on perks. Let's see what else. We have new weapons. Now we have the new marksman rifle class. We included dual rendering with the sniper scopes. So before, if you remember sniping in Modern Warfare 3, when you looked down the sight, all you saw was through the scope and you saw just black around you, on the screen. But now we render two screens at once so you can get a peripheral vision of what's going on, so you get a better idea of what's going on in the battlefield while you're trying to snipe.
Is that on both generations?
I believe so, yeah. Yeah, it was very important to us to make sure that gameplay is the same across all platforms because it's only fair. So the only difference between all of them is just a visual thing. And the second pillar that's important for us is new ways to play. So we added dynamic map events to each map, and they're unique to each particular map. So if you saw in the trailer, in Strike Zone you're running around in a stadium, you can earn a kill streak that destroys the entire map, and you're essentially having to learn two maps in one. And then there's other maps like Octane, where you can destroy parts of like buildings, or there's random kill streaks that appear in the middle in a cargo crate. So you're essentially trying to learn how to adapt your gameplay to each particular map. On top of that, we also introduced new game modes. So we talked about Cranked and Blitz today, and also Search and Rescue. So with Cranked, when you kill somebody, you have a 30-second clock to try to kill somebody else or you explode. Now, it sounds simple in describing it, but when you actually play, it's really intense and fast-paced. It's our anti-camper mode. And with Search and Rescue, we wanted to combine Search and Destroy with Kill Confirm. So if you remember Search and Destroy, when you died, you're basically out of the game until the next round. But now, in Search and Rescue, you drop a tag, and if your teammate picks up the tag before the enemy does, you just come back. So it's a fun new dynamic, and I think people are going to like it. So today we announced the Call of Duty app, which is basically a second screen for you. So it works on your iOS mobile devices, it works on Android phones, and Windows 8, I believe, as well. And with that, you can integrate Twitter and Facebook, so you can just upload some of your matchmaking stats directly to your accounts.
Now, how's the Ghosts on next gen going to be different to current gen?
The only difference between current gen and next gen Call of Duty Ghosts is the visual aesthetic. So even though you may get a copy on Xbox 360, it's still going to look really good compared to Modern Warfare 3 or Black Ops 2. But if you get a next-gen version of Call of Duty Ghosts, it's going to be the best-looking COD that we've ever made, purely for the fact that we can do more with the next-gen consoles. So, a lot of that has to do with our rendering engine, so that includes anything eye candy, like our subdivision, our displacement mapping stuff. So I think people are going to get like a really, they're only going to get like a visual difference between the consoles. You just watched the Call of Duty Ghosts multiplayer video on ChampChong's channel. If you want to show him some love, which I know you probably should, because I would, subscribe and like his channel.
We lost the lead. Frank. Enemy contact coming out of the pawn shop. Roger, I'm on it. Enemy SATCOM spotted. Enemy SATCOM spotted. Detonation 5. Defeated. This can't happen again.